Hello again, and today I'm here standing next to Ted Haig.
Yes, Ted Haig.
How are you?
I'm fine.
I mean, are you still from the area?
No, I'm not from the area, although I was born, excuse me, I moved to Soundview in 1954 when the projects opened up. I actually came.
I'm going to play the number 1954. No, you didn't hear that.
I came.
That's
here.
a popular year.
I'm here from, actually, I live in Florida and in the Middle East. So I
Oh, really?
yeah, I live and work in the Middle East, but my permanent home is in Florida.
Very interesting. Where about in the Middle East?
I live in Qatar.
Qatar. Where is that near?
It's, I would imagine it's north of, it's right on the Arabian Gulf, right north of Saudi Arabia.
Oh, wow. Do you work there or you just?
I do work there. I worked there for 8.5 years.
Can I ask what you do?
Well, the best way to describe that I do, when I was in America, I was a superintendent of schools. So I run schools. I actually run complex organizations. And I went to Qatar to transformize their public school system. And since then, I'm doing other things. And now I'm an independent consultant doing a lot of wonderful work in the country.
Oh, that sounds very interesting. See, look at the kind of people that come out of Soundview.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, this has been a wonderful treasure. I used to play basketball here every day, and as a result of playing basketball, it kept me out of trouble and it got me a scholarship to college. So.
And what college did you attend?
Oh, I attend many colleges. I got my bachelor's from Providence College. I got my master's from Rhode Island College. I got my doctorate from Boston College, and I have a law degree from the University of Florida.
Oh, I'm afraid of you.
Well, you don't have
Very nice.
You don't have to be.
No, I'm joking. I went to college too. Thank God for that, right?
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Being in an environment like this it's been very, very fruitful for me.
If anything, I encourage that the price of college goes down so that our children can continue going to college.
Yes, absolutely. That's one of the things that I've tried to encourage people over the years to go to college. My influence, because I was an educator, so a principal, a teacher, assistant principal, a deputy superintendent, a superintendent for 11 years.
So what did you major in?
In college? Well, in college I majored in math education. That's how I became a teacher. And then in my master's degree it was educational administration supervision. That's how I became a principal, as an example. And then in my doctorate is in educational supervision. And that's how I became a superintendent of schools. And then of course I have a law degree that allows me to go
cross over, yeah.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm.
I hear that. Very nice. I'm impressed by you. Proud of you.
Well, this is it all started here, you know, with wonderful parents.
And anything is possible when you put your mind to it.
Oh, no question. I think one of the interesting things about it, what I do now is I write. What I do now, my passions are, I should say, is that I travel all around the world and I write novels. That's what I do. Now, the things that I've described to you that I did in Qatar, I do those things to make money so that I can carry out my passion.
So you're like, what do we call that? Like entrepreneur. You have like recreational entrepreneurs. You have entrepreneurs that seek to do, to cover the expenses of what their passion is, right? There is a name for that, but I kind of lost my mind right now. But I'm totally for that. I mean, I know a lot of people that have worked in corporate America and, they have other passions and they do that so that they could go scuba diving and take people, touring in these exotic places.
And that's exactly what I do. As a matter of fact, I just come back a few months ago from South Africa. And I was literally on a boat taking pictures of great white sharks. I mean, that's what I do, and I've been to several wild animal safari animal reserves, I should say, in Africa. I mean, that's what I do. I travel all over the place and just try to make the best out of life.
Well, we have a lot in common because I'm a perpetual student. I went to Bronx Community, then I went to Baruch, then I went to Stevens. I got my master's there, and now I'm going back to school for culinary entrepreneurship. Completely different, but definitely another passion of mine.
So what you're doing is, and this is what I adhere to, is that you're discovering what you're capable of becoming for the rest of your life. You're not fixing, you're not locked in, and you're finding out that you have new energies, you're generating new interests in your life, and that's what keeps life interesting. And I'm the same.
And exciting, right? Exactly.
Hey, I have
You're never too old to continue going back to school. That's what I tell my children.
Never. I have an absolutely exciting life. Absolutely exciting. And I travel all over the world. and write. So it's just a wonderful life that I live.
So can we expect you here next year? Is this your first time here?
No, I've been here. I'm on the shirts. The legend. I'm one of the legends here. So
Oh, he's one of the
I'm really
legends. So
connected.
you see,
I'm
that's
really connected to this place. So as much as
they're
I
not
can,
gonna let you go.
yeah, as much as I can, I try to get back and be a part, because these are all my friends. I mean, we grew up together and, played ball together and hung out together and partied together. And I get back to New York once a year. And hopefully I try to get back at the time when they have the reunion. But I do come here once a year.
First Saturday,
In August.
Okay, you heard that. For every first Saturday. Hello again, and here I am with Brenda Hughes Kaufman.
Yes, that's my name.
How you doing, Brenda?
I'm just fine.
And let me ask you, Brenda, how far do you go back in Soundview?
I was 2 years old when my family moved into the Quonset huts, which used to be on Lafayette Avenue. I am now 65. So do the
Okay.
math.
I didn't ask for your age, but you look good, Brenda.
Thank you. But I was raised in the neighborhood, as I say, all my life. I lived in the Quonset huts. From there, we moved in Bronxdale Projects when they were brand new. And then I moved to Noble Avenue, private house, and then in Classen Point, which is on Lafayette and Metcalf. I raised my children there.
And how many children do you have?
2.
Oh, okay, just like my mom, too. 2 is enough, right?
The oldest one
These
is
days it's
43 and the youngest one is 38.
Okay. Same age
And
group.
now I live down at the end of the point in Shorehaven.
Okay. You
So
still
I'm
come back.
always-
You still have a lot of friends here. Obviously, there's so
Yes,
many
I do.
people here today.
Friends and relatives, yes.
Yeah, it's like an adopted family, right? For
Yes.
those that aren't your blood tied relationship, this family here is just incredible.
It's like we are all blood. We
Right.
come from the same neighborhood and we know each other even if we don't speak to each other. If we are in another state somewhere and we see somebody and, oh,
I know
hi,
you.
you come from Soundview. So it's a very proud thing to be from Soundview.
Yeah, it's definitely a cultural thing here. Just being from Soundview.
Yes. And it was something where we didn't have the issues of white, black, Puerto Rican, Hispanic. We all melted together. We all played with each other, ate with each other. We just were family, all of us.
That's a beautiful thing. So let me ask you this. Is this your first year here, or you've been doing this for the last 25 years?
Every year that they had it, every single year. I lived right across the street.
Oh, okay.
One thing, and I've always come because I see people who I haven't seen in years. Old boyfriends. Boyfriend when I was 11 years old is over there, and it's really nice.
And it's okay, right?
It's fine. It's fine.
That's a beautiful thing. So any final thoughts you want to tell everybody out there about this documentary, this first-time documentary on Soundview?
Soundview was a very nice place for children to be raised. We had grass, we had trees. In Classen Point houses, they had flowers, and people would say, is that in the Bronx? The Bronx is not what the movies portray it to
It's
be.
not like Fort Apache, the Bronx.
Not at all. We are decent people, we're educated people, our children
Talented
play
people.
well. Yes, very talented. And that's about all I can say about it.
Welcome back, and I'm here with Spurgeon Alman.
Yes, ma'am.
How you doing, Spurgeon?
Great, great.
So I'd like to know, pretty much everybody's been giving me this number, 1954. I think that's a lucky
Yeah,
number.
We were the first families. Yes, we were.
Okay, you were the first. I like that. The first family of Soundview.
That's correct. We lived on 661 Rosedale Avenue. We were in apartment 2C and 5A.
Now, anyone who could remember their apartment back then.
I was born and raised in Soundview. It's a beautiful place, beautiful community, and it was a sense of family. And everybody knew each other, and you really couldn't really do anything wrong because it would get back to your parents, and it was a very collective kind of a process. Everybody knew each other, everybody respected each other, everybody loved each other, and that to me that's like a dying. What's the word I want to say?
It's just people more distant today.
Yeah, it's a different world now, and I think that if we could continue something like that, I think a lot of the communities would be better off.
I think that people are more afraid to let go of their guard, let down their guard, right? They're afraid of getting hurt. They're afraid of what people would think. They're afraid of it's just a fear, a needless fear, because you know what? When you start showing love, you start getting it in return. And there's a lot of love here today.
Yes, indeed. Yes, it is. This is a beautiful place. I wouldn't do it any other way. And I'm just glad for this opportunity.
So you have your family here?
Well, I'm happily divorced.
Okay, that's a good way of putting it.
All right. And
Do you have children?
no, no children.
No children? Okay. So does your family that you grew up with live here today
Well,
or nearby?
Two of my sisters still live in the area, and I have another sister that's in Suffern, New York.
Oh, okay. That's a nice area. I live close to there.
Okay, all right. But this is a beautiful place. This is a beautiful time. And I'm just glad that I'm alive enough to still enjoy this.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're here. Hopefully we'll see you again next year. Any final thoughts you want to tell everybody about this first time documentary?
Just to stay strong, stay committed, and stay together. All in the name of God.
I hear that. My name is Monica Ruiz. My mother is part of the Feliciano legacy here in Soundview. On behalf of the Feliciano family, we want to say thank you for coming to Soundview Day 2013, the 25th anniversary, and we hope to see you again next year. Everybody say goodbye. Bye. We're passing down the legacy.